Great day, beautiful people. Welcome into the room. Welcome back. This is our 19th day of our 30-day challenge. For those who are coming in, I am Ruth McCracken. I am the founder of Promote Yourself. I help ambitious to executive professionals, yes, and entrepreneurs attract 6 to 7 figures by including godly principles. Welcome back into the room. We have arrived. You have arrived, and I'm super elated. Go ahead and grab about 20 of your besties, bring some peers in, followers. Let's go ahead and bombard the room. This is a safe space, and I'm super excited to have you in this present moment. We're going to allow the Father to interrupt the algorithm so we can go ahead and make this space vibrant and live and filled up with remarkable beings who are looking to transform. If that's you, if you're the type of person that has found yourself, now that we're in the last month of the last Monday of the month, can you all believe that? Give yourself a round of applause to have made it this far, because I don't know about you, but has been an incredible and an eventful ride. It has. It has definitely been an eventful ride. So let me know if that is for you as well. Go ahead and grab your pen and paper. That's right. Go ahead and grab your pen and paper, because we're going to basically position ourselves to really dig deeper. Put dig deeper in the comments. That's right. Let's go ahead and get this started, Keisha. I know that you're excited. I'm excited for you, because here's the truth. I want to be able to let you know what the topic is for today, because the topic today is definitely going to be something that you're going to definitely know. That's what I was missing, Ruth. That is exactly what I needed, right, Dr. Malcolm? So, welcome back, everybody. Again, beautiful peoples. The topic for day 19th of our 30-day identity shift is stop negotiating with your calling. Quit. That's it right there. Stop negotiating with your calling. And why? Because a lot of high performing women are finding themselves staying stagnant, stuck, not reaching a certain pivot in their profession for the same reason right here, negotiating, keep finding themselves just hitting a ceiling. But I'm here to want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question, Charles? How many of you know exactly what God has been asking you to do, right? You've been having this conversation, this dialogue back and forth with the Father, but you've been waiting. He's been asking you, but you're putting it on pause. You're not moving in the rhythm that God has designed you to move in. We're just beginning. Let's go ahead and grab your hot beverages, because I want to let you know, waiting until you feel confident, waiting until you maybe have more money, or perhaps waiting until what? People support you. Is that you, Marva? Is that you? Or you're waiting until it feels perfect? What I'm here to tell you, that day stops right now. That moment of you, that version of you that decided not to shift forward, here in this identity shift challenge, you're going to recognize those symptoms. You're going to be able to actually confront them. And that's why you're here. Put me in the comments. Let me know by putting me in the comments, and let's go ahead and share. Let me know by hitting thumbs up, like and subscribe, and follow if you are following along and this is resonating with you, Yvonne. Is that okay? We're just getting started. And I'm not going to be in front of you long. I want you to be able to grab your pens and notepad, because I'll give you 5 key secrets that many of executives and high performers are not using, because of the simple fact that they are not consciously aware of it. Just not consciously aware of it. Am I right, Kim? So let's go ahead and get started. So the breakthrough isn't delayed by God. Just so we are clear, many people think, oh, it's karma. It's something maybe I did when I was perhaps in my previous role, or perhaps when I was a leader at such and such organization. I'm getting the effect of it. Yes, there is a law of polarity, but here's the truth. We have to be able to make a decision. I'm making a decision. I am making the decision, because The moment you release the thought process of thinking that the Father is delaying your breakthrough, it is not from God, but postponed by fear. Your breakthrough is not being delayed by the Father, friend. What if you recognize that it was fear that was holding you back? What if? What if that was the case? Come on, somebody. Because many of us don't reject our calling. We negotiate with it. Is that you today? Is that you, Kamal? We say, I'll do it next year. I'll start after the kids get older. Yes, I'll start after that, right? Or can I lovingly challenge you? Because many of you are still saying, I'll apply for the role after one more certification. Or I'll launch after everything is perfect. Can I tell you a secret? It's not going to always be perfect. It's never going to be perfect. Can I lovingly challenge you? Delayed obedience is still delay. Are you catching this, Miss J? It's still delay no matter what. It's still delay. Let me go ahead because I think, hold on one second. Still delay no matter what. It's still delay. Let me go ahead because I think, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Walk with me. I want you all to walk with me to Exodus 4:10. Go ahead and grab, because I'll be reading out of the of the KJV version. That's right, KJV. Exodus 4:10-12. Let me know when you're there. Let me know when you have arrived to Exodus 4:10. I'm going to align this. I love to align it with biblical principles because it matters to me where is God in this plan? Where is the Father in this plan? You understand? In the moment we align the Father with what we're looking to design to align with our delays, why our delays keep being perpetual, this is why. So let's go ahead and get deeper. Put deeper in the comments. Put deeper in the comments as I pull up and get to that scripture. And it begins to read, I love me some Uncle King Moses. He's going to talk about something that is going to maybe you all probably in this make you feel like you're in the same predicament. And it begins to read, and Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I'm not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant. But I am slow to speech and slow of a tongue. And the Lord said unto him, who hath made man's mouth? Or who hath maketh thee dumb or deaf or the seeing of the blind? Have I not the Lord? That's so powerful. Now, therefore, go, and I will be thy mouth and teach thee what thou shalt say. He said, basically, he's saying, you see what he's saying? Go, and I'm going to be your words. I'm going to be your speaking box. I'm the one that made you. No longer are you going to step out there into that interview or step out there into that event or into that establishment or into the next round of the panels thinking, what should I say? No matter how much you prepare, you feel as though you're not enough. Is this good? Pump the hearts. Let me know if this is resonating with you, because your calling has never depended on your perfection. Can I be honest with you, Peachy? It has always depended on God's presence. Yes? It was never about you. So what if, just what if, can I have a heart to heart with you? Can I have a heart to heart with you? Let me know by hitting the pump the hearts. Let me know that you guys are here, because this is a free masterclass. I'm gifting this to you because I do believe that we're in a day and the time where you're wanting to pivot. You're wanting to see yourself move into the senior director role. So what if you spent more time explaining to God why you can't? What if? Put it in the comments. Because we're here to stop negotiating with your calling. As executives and high performing women, we're here to no longer, we're leading to step out. Stepping out on faith is our assignment. Being obedient is part of your assignment. What if you then shift from explaining to God why you can't to then say, to listening to him, telling you why you can? Are you ready to flip and reposition yourself and posture yourself? When was the last time you checked your posture? Type wow if that speaks to you. Type wow if that speaks to you. Let me know in the comments. That's right. I'm here to tell you. Can I ask you something? Well, let me share something first, because I need you all to know that this is the important part. This is the piece that's going to allow you to start your week on the right foot. Yes. And start you to where you begin to become more aware and start walking in that version of you. Because like I said before, in many of our days of the past challenges, you no longer are going to get to this Amtrak station carrying 5 50-pound luggages into your new season. That season or that version of you has dissolved. It has to dissolve, because I'm here to tell you I'm going to be doing a lightweight journey. It's a lightweight journey for Ruth. What does that look like? Well, when we get into moving from the Amtrak bus, the Amtrak station, no longer are we waiting for the Greyhound. Nothing wrong with that. It soothed you and it served you up until this point. But now you have now elevated to getting into the private jet. Is that all right? You've now shifted to getting into the private jet with your light white weekender. That's the one I'm going to be carrying. That's right. And in order to get there, I'm going to share with you these 3 following keys. And at the end, I'm going to give you a bonus of 2 of them. But can I share with you something? There have been moments, Michael, during my executive senior level job search when I question whether I should keep going. Is that you today? After maybe perhaps doing another interview, another delay, another rejection. Are you with me? I remember praying, Lord, maybe this just isn't for me. Maybe this just isn't for me. But then I realized, realize in the comments. Then I realized I wasn't questioning my resume. I was actually negotiating with my calling. Is that you today? Because God reminded me, Ruth, I called you before the interview. I called you before the rejection. I called you before the delay. Right? The opportunity didn't create your purpose. I did. Is this resonating with you, Mary? Let me know by showing up with the hearts so I can know you're present in the masterclass. Go ahead and give me some thumbs up. Let me know. Let me tell you, that changed everything. Can I be real with you? Can I keep it 100? That changed everything. Now I prepared with excellence. How many of you are looking to seek excellence and favor this season? Because now I interview with confidence. I enter and I attract rooms and leaders with contract deals. And trust God with the outcome. Trust the Father in you, the light in you, to now be persistent, to continue to carry the mantle, to not fail, not fall back, not go backwards.
We're not going backwards because it was comfortable, or even if it wasn't comfortable, it was simply familiar, right? It was simply familiar. So let's go deeper. Put deeper in the comments. Let's go deeper. So what if the very thing you're calling waiting is actually hesitation? Yes. What if? What if the fear you're calling wisdom is actually self-protection? Not wisdom, friend. Mariana, what if your comfort zone has become more familiar than your calling? Think about that. Think about that for a moment. I want you to sit with that thought. Sit with it. It's simple neuroscience, beautiful people. That's exactly what it is. Because I'm going to share you number one. The number one key step here is your brain naturally prefers what's familiar. Write that down in your notes. Well, what do you mean by that? Even when what's familiar keeps you stuck, even when what's familiar is having you to take a step back. That's why growth can feel very uncomfortable. Not because you're doing the wrong thing. Listen to this. It's because you're doing something new. Are you with me? Every courageous step teaches your brain this is safe now. And you have to be able to communicate that with yourself. Be like, I'm going to go into this interview. I've already prepared for it. I am safe. I got this. I've prepared for this. I'm going to do all right. I am all right. I'm very good. Whichever one resonates with you, Cheryl, you have to be able to know that your brain is only simply trying to keep you safe, Wayne. Now that's how confidence is turned on. That is how confidence grows when you're in awareness that your brain is simply trying to keep you safe when you're preparing for those high level opportunities. Are you catching this? Let's go ahead. Let me know. Let me know that your heart is definitely pumping. Let me know the likes. Let me see the thumbs up. So let's do this. I'm going to do this exercise with you. Put one in the comments so I can know you're ready, because we're going to kind of warm up our blood, get ourselves warmed up, right? Because I want you to be able to sit with yourself and start becoming aware of what some of the opportunities are, okay? What are the opportunities, Ruth? Well, let's do this. I want you to finish this sentence and type it into the comments. I've been negotiating with, and put it in the comments so I can know. Let me know in the comments what you've been negotiating with. What's been part of the things that you've maybe been negotiating? Maybe perhaps you've been negotiating of leveling it up to that next lead director role. Or you've been negotiating with taking time for yourself, doing some self-development. Let me know by putting in the comments say I've been negotiating with, and type it in the comments. Be honest with yourself. This is how you pivot and dissolve the old version of you, Nada. I see you catching this, Sherry. What are you negotiating with? Say, I've been negotiating with my time. I've been putting more focus on one area and not breaking my time and making it even. Or I've been negotiating in self-care. Or I've been negotiating in applying for the next opportunity. I've been in the same opportunity, Ruth, for the last 5 years. And I know that I am worthy of the senior director role. Is that you, Kelu? Here's another one. I want you to type in the answer in the comment. Type it in the comments. What conversations have you been avoiding because you're afraid of the answer? Type it in the comments. What conversation have you been avoiding because you're afraid of the answer? Let me know so I can help you. That's why we're here. Let me know. Hit the hearts. What conversation? For example, are you avoiding the conversation when it comes to saying, when people are coming to you and say, you're not empathy enough. You're the leader that people are afraid or refuse to go in the conference room or get on the Zoom call when it comes to a stand-up call of a project that you may be running. So you avoid to hearing feedback. You avoid to get constructive feedback. Is that you? Shifting your mindset and shifting your identity is being able to sit with self and understand what areas in my life or within me do I need shifting? Do I need to recognize that I need to level up in instead of avoiding? You understand? What areas in my life am I ignoring or avoiding or maybe afraid? That's number 2. We need to recognize the areas in our life that we are avoiding when it comes to pivoting, as that your executive presence. Your executive presence cannot no longer avoid conversations that has you dimming the light. If fear disappeared for the next 24 hours, just say what if? What if fear no longer was part of your reality? It disappeared for 24 hours. What would you do first? Let's be honest. Let's be honest with each other. What would you do first, Lulu, if fear was no longer part of your reality? Would you finally tell your manager, how qualified you are for the role, or your leader? Or would you have a sit down, a heart to heart with your partner on some of the achievements that you have put on the back burner and now you want to step forward and actually do it? Let's talk about it. What would you do first? Because your identity is only going to be disrupted when you recognize and identify the issue. If you're not going to address the issue, you're going to find yourself more likely repeating the same pattern in the next chapter of your life, in the next chapter within your career, in the next chapter when it comes to pivoting and applying to different jobs. And you're wondering why you're not getting the results or the outcome that you're looking for, because you're not facing your fears. Because if you remove fear, if fear was being removed out of your current reality, this particular framework, who would you show up to be, Benita? I coach several women, many, many women, and maybe that is you, women who wanted to start consulting. For 3 years, this particular professional, she said, I'm almost ready. 3 years went by. And finally, I asked, what would happen if you started 3 years ago? Silence. What would happen if you started consulting 3 years ago? She realized she wasn't waiting for preparation. She was waiting for certainty. Is that you today, Beauty Loves? You're waiting for certainty? She went ahead and start launching her consulting services. Her first client came before she felt ready. Sometimes we got to ask ourselves, what's holding me back? What's keeping me back? What's keeping me back? Maya, what's keeping you to move forward, Lemongrass? What is it about my identity that I keep dimming the light and it's not shifting because I'm not aware or consciously aware of what's operating within that moment? Her first client, like I said, came before she felt ready. So here's the truth. God rarely gives us certainty before obedience. Are you with me? Let me see some hearts. Let me know that your heart is pumping through this room. Let me sense that your heart is here. I appreciate you showing up. Like I said, God gives us, he does, this is the way the Father works. He rarely gives certainty before obedience. The most important step that he does first, watch this, he gives us direction. That's right. He gives us direction. Then asks us to trust him with the next steps. Are you ready to trust the Father with your next steps? Are you ready to trust your spiritual advisor that's within you, your higher self, however you want to define it, Leticia? And step 3, stop negotiating with what heaven has already established. Quit negotiating with that. Walk with me to Hebrews 11, verse 1. Let's go ahead and apply this. So what if, Lord, what if I started following your concept? Well, let's talk about it. Hebrews 11, verse 1. And it begins to say, I'm going to be reading it out of the KJV. Let me know you're ready. Hebrew. And it begins to say, we're going to read it out of the KJV. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Now faith. I love the way it starts. It doesn't start with tomorrow's faith. It doesn't indicate future faith or next faith. No, now, Holly. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Yes. And the evidence of things not seen. Many of us are waiting to see things. We're waiting to see that promotion. We're waiting to see that job offer instead of saying, I already have the job. I already have the career role. I already have the abundance. I'm already in prosperity. Can you see what this is going? You have to shift your identity on how you perceive your current one. What's out here? Ignore it. That's just consciously what you've produced from the previous time. Now you got to get in your role, and your posture has to be positioned enough, so much so that faith is now being elevated. Faith doesn't wait until everything is visible. Can I tell you that? Can I share that with you? That's going to be secret 3. Faith does not wait until you get to see all the rainbows. It doesn't work that way. Faith moves while trusting the Father, by trusting the light in you, by doing it no matter what, by keep being persistent no matter what. I am an executive leader. I am followed and attracting wealth. Wealth is my birthright. Think it not strange when you wake up and you start your day, you're getting phone calls from the recruiters, and the recruiters are in your inbox, seeing that you're available on pivoting to the next role or this opportunity that you refuse to even align yourself with because you think you're not worthy. You need the proper, you need to see yourself with the proper degrees. No. Who says that, Connie? Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that there are leaders who have all the qualifications, the experience, the respect, but they never apply for the next role? Let me know if that's you. Let me know if that's you. Put me in the comments. Put me in the comments. They never apply for the next role. Research has shown that many professionals don't limit themselves because they lack capability. Listen to this, Aaron. They begin asking, what if I'm not ready? What if I fail? That was me. You have to shift how you're showing up so that faith can fill up that void, so that faith can now remove what you're thinking out the way, because that's not faith thinking on your behalf. What if everyone realizes I'm not as good as I think or as they think I am? Where is that coming from? Where is that fallacy coming from? Who put it there? You did. It didn't come from the light in you. The light is not going to doubt what you're capable of. You with me? So you then start beginning to negotiate with yourself before the interview ever happens. That you start rejecting yourself more likely. Instead of giving yourself grace to apply for that role, I declare and decree within the next 48 hours, you're going to apply to 5 strategic positions that you, even if you feel underqualified, overqualified, the point of the matter is you're stepping out on faith and allowing yourself the grace that I can do this. I got this. I got this. Is that you today, James? Before the company, right? Before the company has a chance to choose them, ask yourself this. How many of you have talked yourself out of an opportunity before anyone else did? Put it in the comments. You were given an opportunity. Maybe your manager, maybe a referral, or maybe you got a client referral. But somehow or another, you convince yourself out of that opportunity. Put me in the comments. Let me know. Is that you? Because many executives become high performers because they're dependable. But eventually, dependability becomes what? Can I tell you a secret? It becomes people pleasing. That's right. They can't say no. Is that you? Put me in the comments. They don't delegate. They want to control everything, all the projects, all the whatever tasks and assignments. They overwork. You overwork. Is that you? You believe more likely if I keep proving myself, eventually I'll get promoted. Let me know, like and follow if this is resonating with you. Let me know if this is something that you will continue to want to follow, because we're now on day 19 of our 30-day identity shift challenge. And as I'm wrapping up, I want to know if you resonate. If you feel like, well, Ruth, you're on day 19. I missed day 1 through 18. Listen, go somewhere. You'll see in the link in the description and click on my bio. You'll see the image there. Click on it and then you'll see the link and go ahead and binge. I didn't make them very long at all. They're straight to the point with the action items. You're going to get transformation. Let it play in the background. Get your notepad and allow it to subconsciously unwire the residue, unwire the reprogramming the old version of you so you can walk into your higher self. Are you with me? Because it's no longer going to hold you captive in getting to the next level of your promotion, your career, your business, your relationship, that is. Yes. Imagine you're sitting in an executive meeting. Let me share this with you because I want you to really shift how you view yourself today. This week is going to be the week that you're going to start disrupting that pattern, that behavior. You can't keep showing up as the same person that you've been showing within the last 5 months. It's not working for you. How's that working out for you? How is that working out for you? Because I want you to think of this. Imagine you're sitting in an executive meeting. You have an idea, right? You have an idea. I said, I have an idea, Ruth. You know it's valuable, right? but someone else speaks first before you did, before you got a chance, right? The meeting ends. You're like, what just happened? You're driving home, Johnny. You think, I was going to say that. Research on confidence and workplace behavior shows that many professionals silence themselves long before someone else silences them. Not because they aren't capable, listen to this, watch this, because their brain has learned it's safer to stay quiet. Are you catching this? Are you taking a grips to what I'm saying? So the question you want to ask yourself, Kevin, how many brilliant ideas have stayed inside your notebook because fear convinced you to stay silent? Put it in the comments. Say you perhaps had 5 wonderful strategies or 4. As a matter of fact, last week you were ready to start showing a demonstration to executive leaders and you went ahead and archived it. But I'm here to challenge you because the performance that you've been operating in is not serving you. I had a manager say, we'd love to see more executive presence. Many people hear you're not enough. You see the difference, Gloria? But that's not what was said. Your brain often fills in the gaps with old experiences. That's why. We take what that person said and flip it like it's a DJ remix, Tony. Your brain is doing that, not the person. Then you want to blame the person that you're not being clear. You're not talking clear. You're speaking gibberish, or you're not being clear in what you're telling me. I'm not feeling like your conversation is being clear enough. Can you re-clarify? And they're looking at their peers or looking at you, and you're wondering why they're giving you the side eye. Because your brain jumped in to keep you safe, Reginald. Maybe criticism from a childhood stepped up within that conversation. Maybe from a former relationship, that particular comment moved something within your brain process to where it allowed you to respond a certain way. Are you with me? Maybe it was rejection, Camilo. Maybe a previous boss stepped into a conference room and they interrupted your current team session. Is this feeling familiar? The feedback becomes personal instead of developmental, instead of you finding it as an opportunity to learn or a lesson. In this, there's a hidden lesson in this. You're in a classroom where it simply wants you to become more aware of the areas that you're needing to continue to groom, that you're needing to continue to develop. Are you with me? So I want you to ask yourself this. Has anyone ever given you feedback, but you heard rejection instead? Let me know. You heard rejection instead of the actual feedback. Put me in the comments. Put me in the comments. All right. Is this good? Let me know if this is right. Go ahead and let me know that your heart is flowing in this room. Put the heart so I can know that it's definitely activating you in this room, because in this week is your prime week of showing up as your divine self. I am showing up as my divine self. I do believe that my executive presence is no longer going to be negotiating what God has for me. I'm no longer going to delay my calling, because I do believe that the power that's invested in me is the same light that's invested in you. The question, Rico, is when are you going to move out the way and allow it to become the version that you've been waiting to become? No, it's okay. Fear does not operate in this presence anymore. I no longer operate in fear. Say, I no longer operate in fear, Michelle. I no longer operate in fear. So as we wrap up, I want you to write this. This is going to be your homework assignment, because I believe that your confidence and your executive presence matter, and it's no longer being delayed or negotiated because of fear. So today I want you to write down, what have I been postponing? What have I been postponing, and why? Is it wisdom, right? Or fear? Many of you all can attest to this. Let me know. Write it down, because you're going to go back and take about 10 minutes, because you have to self-evaluate. Your executive presence matter. Then choose one action before tomorrow that honors your calling. Not your comfort, your calling. Maybe you wanting to launch that podcast. Maybe you want to create that community where you're helping other executive or inspired executive leaders on how to speak accurately in these type of team settings or these intensive project meetings. You're with me? So repeat after me as we wrap up and conclude our day 19 of our 30-day identity shift challenge. Repeat after me. I stop negotiating with my calling. I choose obedience. I trust God's timing. I trust God's voice. I will not allow fear to delay my purpose. I walk boldly into what God has prepared for me. And say that. Go back and hit the replay and let that continue to play in the background, because beautiful people, remember this: the calling on your life doesn't become more true because you finally believe it. It's been true all along. Get ready, because day 20 is going to be even more powerful. Is this helpful? Let me know by showing up the loves and showing up the hearts as we wrap up our day 19 of our 30-day identity shift challenge. Because tomorrow, day 20, you don't chase opportunities. You become the opportunity. You become the solution to the problem. Because the greatest opportunities don't chase resumes. They recognize identity. And that is you, Shalom. So remember this, and remember this to be true. You are forever guided by light and with me. And most importantly, know that you're forever loved. The Father loves you. I love you. And know this to be true. I'll see you all tomorrow. Until next time, beautiful people.